Apparently this is y'all's favorite series on the channel, because I keep setting like goals that I think are too high for another one of these, and we keep hitting them. So that means today we are once again going to rebuild whatever team the fantasy draft is about to pick for me. And I'm gonna be honest, these are one of my favorite videos to do, so I'm glad you guys enjoy them. And you know what? I wanna keep the yapping to a minimum today. I'm excited to get into this. And like I said, we very easily hit the like goal on the last video within like the first day or something. And these stay pretty fresh because we get a new team every time. They don't feel too repetitive. So if you want to see another CPU picked fantasy draft, this might once again be too low, but let's see if we can hit 3,000 likes on this video. We've been pretty easily hitting that lately, and it'll let me know that y'all want to see another one of these, and it helps push these videos to more people, so I would very much appreciate it. And if you like Madden rebuilds, you're definitely in the right place because that is literally all I do, so be sure to subscribe. Trying to hit 40K within the next week, and it'll make you an OG of the channel while you still can be one for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, I'm sure. Definitely. And let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below. Whatever goofy idea you can think of. I'll give you a shout out if I use your suggestion. That's where I get a lot of my video ideas, so let me know in the comments. And last thing, I don't plug this maybe enough, but turn on notifications if you want to make sure to catch whenever I upload a rebuild. Whenever I do plug it, a ton of people do it, apparently. So if you like these stupid videos, be sure to turn on notifications. It'll make you one of the first people to ever see them. But that's enough yapping. Let's get into more yapping, and we will see what pick we are going to start with. What is happening? I've never seen it do that. That was weird. But we pick at number 9. Also, Tua went to the Cowboys with pick number 9. I can't say I would do that, but what are our options? Who are we hoping for? There's Myles Garrett, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Donald. Some of the best players in the league are available here. So hopefully the CPU does right. Nothing for me to do, obviously, here other than hope that the Madden gods get us some good players. So let's simulate this out and hope for the best. Hopefully we don't have a 79 overall team like that one time. Hopefully it's at least an 81. Okay, well, we ended up with an 82 overall team. I think that's the best team we've ever gotten from one of these. So I'm happy about it. Could be much worse. And let's see what the team is looking like. Okay, I don't think our number 1 pick was on offense. What is this offensive line? Ooh. Okay, this isn't the worst overall team the CPU has ever picked, but this might be the worst team the CPU has ever picked for me. Our receiving core isn't great. There are a few younger players in it, at least. We're probably going to need an entirely new offensive line other than Connor Williams. And was Trevor Lawrence our first pick? Unless it was like Minkah Fitzpatrick, the CPU picked Trevor Lawrence. I mean, no disrespect, but why? Why? He does pretty well in simulation, but there were 99 overalls available. I mean, we could have had Justin Jefferson and taken, like, I don't know, a slightly worse quarterback in the second round. Why Trevor Lawrence? I mean, honestly, though, this is a pretty workable team. I guess I can't complain too much because Trevor Lawrence, like I said, becomes ridiculous in this game a lot of the time. Our corner group also isn't amazing, but we at least have Christian Gonzalez, Jaquan McMillan, he's developable. This team is just confusing. Like, I don't even know who was taken where. Like, I'm trying to think, like, okay, who was the second round pick? It could have been Brandon Ayuk. It could have been Minkah Fitzpatrick, Alex Highsmith. Huh, what an interesting team. Well, the positives are, you know, we have Minkah Fitzpatrick, Alex Highsmith, Brandon Ayuk. We also have TJ Hawkinson. I don't think Travis Etienne's very good in this game, but we have Devin Lloyd. I've seen him become good. Baron Browning, I guess we'll see. The D-line is definitely going to need some work, and don't even get me started about the O-line. I guess I've already started about it a lot, but this team's workable. I think this team is gonna do horrendous in simulation this first year, but maybe not. So I'll rearrange the depth chart a little bit and let's get to the midseason point and we'll see how this team does in simulation. Okay, well, never mind. We're 5-2 at the midseason point. We have one of the best offenses in the league and one of the worst defenses, so maybe we don't finish as good as we're doing right now because of our defense, but I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty pretty good start. Trevor Lawrence is doing well. Travis Etienne isn't. Khalif Raymond is our leading receiver. I thought I put him as a backup because I want to develop Jahan Dotson and Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs has 0 catches. Why? Okay, now it should be right, I hope. I'm glad I checked that. But we already have some re-signings, and I already checked this. It's not super pretty. We already have to re-sign Alex Highsmith, TJ Hawkinson, Xavier Woods if we want to do that. I think we will. And then the rest is mostly just backups, so that's fine. But Alex Highsmith will offer 5 years, 85 mil. That's pretty cheap, and he takes it. TJ Hawkinson, 5 years, 65 mil. He also takes it. Again, pretty cheap. Very cheap. And you know what? Xavier Woods is cheap too. Only 3 years, 20 mil? Sure. And he doesn't take it. All right. The Packers have Jamar Chase. I feel like that's almost the weirdest team he could go to. I don't know why. That just feels so weird in my head. But I mean, that's all for us to do here, so let's get to the end of the year and hopefully we don't choke too bad. But you never know. Wow, okay. That might be the worst choke I've ever seen. We finish 8-9, so we went 3-7. Our numbers got better through the second half of the year. We finished with the best pass game in the league and at least a fine defense. A little below average, but it's not terrible like it was. What? I need to see this shit. What happened? All right, Trevor Lawrence was good. You know, we had the best pass game in the league. 4,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 picks. He wasn't as dominant as I expected, but still good. Very good. Travis Etienne was kind of terrible. 3.8 yards per carry. Jalen Warren had 16 touchdowns. Maybe we should start him. I mean, worse yards per carry, so I don't know. We had 2 1,000-yard receivers, 1,300 yards and 7 touchdowns for Brandon Ayuk, 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns for Jahan Dotson, and then that's about it. We could have maybe even had 3 1,000-yard receivers if we started Romeo Doubs for the whole year, which is crazy. Cam Fleming was terrible. Jack Conklin wasn't great. The rest of the line was good. Devin Lloyd led the team with 103 tackles. Tackles for loss, we had a lot. In sacks, 9 from Alex Highsmith, 5 for Dalvin Tomlinson, only 4.5 for Baron Browning. That's not great. In interceptions, 3 for Levi Wallace, 2 for Azeez Al-Shaair, Minka Fitzpatrick, Christian Gonzalez, and Jaquan McMillan, and 1 from Xavier Woods. What was the problem with this team? How was this not a playoff team with these numbers? I mean, we didn't get many sacks, and our run game wasn't great, but yeah, that's probably what it was. I don't know, we had like the I think it said third best scoring offense, and we were still 3rd in yards, 13th for defensive yards. Unlucky. All right, this is a gross fantasy draft. Patrick Mahomes on the Falcons wins MVP. CJ Stroud on the Bengals. Joe Burrow on the Commanders. I'm numb to it. I've seen it happen all the time in this game. Josh Allen on the Patriots. That makes sense for some reason, which Bills fans won't like to hear that, but I don't know. Wow, this is all terrible to look at. All of it. Except Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins. But NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jacoby Myers. Being thrown passes by Russell Wilson. I guess he's not up here. Jacoby Myers out-received CeeDee Lamb, both on the same team. The Falcons how did they get Patrick Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey? What? What is this? All right, well, Trevor Lawrence at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald on the Eagles. I think that was a rumor for a little bit, kinda. Micah Parsons on the Bears. All right. No Vikings. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Puka Nacua on the 49ers. They also had Bobby Wagner. They're just stealing rivals. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jalen Carter. So apparently we need to look out for the 49ers and the Falcons. Keon White at number 5. I didn't even see what he did. Christian Gonzalez at number 7. Jaquan McMillan at number 8. What did Keon White do? Probably a lot of TFLs, maybe? Yeah, 16 TFLs, 2 sacks. I mean, he was good in run defense, at least, apparently. But yeah, unfortunate end of the season. So let's get into this offseason and let's do some actual work on this team, because it definitely needs it. And in the Super Bowl for the first year, that's a different one. We have a classic Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers matchup, except that's not who it is. I think it's Josh Allen and Derek Carr, so not exactly the same matchup. I mean, Josh Allen's good. I feel like both are a little overhated at this point, but not exactly Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers matchup. And for re-signings, Xavier Woods isn't interested anymore. Well, we're definitely not re-signing him now. The plan anyways was going to be to let him test free agency, and if there was a better safety, I would have just probably signed them, and if not, I would have brought him back, but he's not interested, so we probably won't bring him back at all. But I'll re-sign some of these depth players. I guess Luke Whippler was a starter, and he did well. Or Whipler. How do you say his last name? I don't know. Okay, apparently not. Fine. Spencer Bierford, I guess. Okay, he re-signs. But I'll worry about some of these depth players, and let's get into into free agency. Okay, we literally weren't able to re-sign any depth players, so hopefully there's some good free agents. No. There's Rashee Rice, but he's not interested and has 27 offers, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, there's literally nobody I'm interested in. I guess we can get Deshaun Elliott if he wants to sign. I mean, he's interested, unlike Xavier Woods. Nope, the Chiefs are super interested. All right, how about Jaquan Brisker, I guess? Probably not. The Eagles are interested. All right, well, boring free agent class. I mean, we'll try to get Jaquan Brisker. He's not expensive at all. We'll try very player-friendly. I highly doubt he signs, but we might as well try. So let's see if he wants to sign, and he doesn't. Shocker. It looks like the Cowboys get Rashee Rice, the Bears get Michael Thomas. Xavier Woods goes to the Falcons, Deshaun Elliott to the Chiefs. All right, well, that's tough. Let's get to the draft, which I made the executive decision that I am going to draft this draft. I know I said I wouldn't for this video. In the last one I did, it's just boring to not draft. I feel like it makes it less fun to watch. It makes it less fun to do. I'm going to draft. If you don't like that, why? Think about it for a second. Why? But in the draft, the Chargers have the #1 pick, which is weird because they've been showing up in Super Bowls, for me at least, a lot lately. Also, oh my God, this team looks bad without the depth too. Oh, but I love that, I love that it doesn't reset draft picks. I love that the Bears have 2 top 5 picks here. That's great. Well, let's get to our pick at number 14, and I think I know who I want here, assuming he's still available. He didn't go right before us, which seems to happen to me a lot. That would be, ooh, Andy Fowler. Hold on. He looks crazy. I didn't even see him. Ooh, he looks really good. Okay, well, if the guy I want isn't still here, I might go with him. Not that we need him, though. Damn, okay, the original safety I wanted is gone. One of the 2 is still here in KJ Traylor. He looks really good, too. The only thing is his zone isn't very good, but he has good enough speed, really good strength. He has elite jumping, elite agility, elite acceleration. Just his zone isn't the best. He only has solid change of direction. Wouldn't he a better... I just can't speak, but wouldn't he be a better zone safety then? That's how that... I don't know. I don't know how that works. Whatever. Like, if he can't change directions that quickly, I don't feel like he would be a very good man safety. I don't know. Whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. He's also only 5'9", so is he... This is a weird man safety. I don't know about that, but I would keep him as far away from man coverage as possible. But apparently he's good at it, so whatever. That's fine. Let's take him. Hidden dev, 91 speed, 94 acceleration, 92 jumping and agility. He looks really good. I don't know if he's going to be quite an 80, but he could be. Just the zone isn't great. I think the other safety was way better. I wish he was still here. Okay. I think that was the defensive tackle I wanted. Maybe. It was a defensive tackle, and I think he had that face scan. Yup. Oh my. I shouldn't have said anything in the first round. There was one first round talent defensive tackle in the entire class, and that was it. So that's cool. Some of the defensive ends look good. Corey Moore, he's 6'6", 275, though. I don't know if he can be a 3-4 D lineman. Let's see if there's a good guard. It said this is a very weak guard or interior class in general. All 3 of the interior positions were listed as the weakest in the class, so that's cool. Josh Middleton looks good. I feel like that's actually someone's name. Maybe. Okay, well, this is actually almost someone's name, Curtis Samuel. They're also interested in him. That would be confusing. This is almost George Harrison. What are these names? He looks really good, though. I don't know which guard to take. They all look about the same. None of them really blow me away, and none of them look terrible. Well, I don't know. I don't think Levi Chaney's very good. Well, no, he could be. He has really good strength. Or, well, it's only good. He actually could be the pick. No, I don't like the F lead block and run block power. I kind of like George Garrison. The only thing he struggles with is power, and it's not that bad. It's only a C. And he is A, pass block finesse, possibly A, run block finesse, A, lead block, good strength, elite, jumping, for whatever that's worth, change of direction and agility. I mean, this is a little early, though. I'll take him round 3. Oh, we don't have a 3rd round pick. Why? Why doesn't it reset picks? Here's what I'm gonna do. Corey Moore. I feel like that's also a football player's name. He's definitely supposed to be more of an edge rusher than a D lineman. I mean, he has 4.65 speed, which he looks really good. You know what? We might force him to be a 3-4 D lineman. A power moves, A tackle, really good speed. He doesn't have any elite traits, though. Probably gonna have normal dev. I don't know, though. He has bad injury and shows good... Okay, he's probably gonna have normal. Nah, but I still think he'll be worth it. Let's take him. Nope, I need to make the game prove me wrong. He has hidden dev. That's huge. And here's the plan. Who has the first pick in the third round? It was the Chargers. Do they still have their third? Oh, what? The game's acting weird today. Oh, okay, that just doesn't go through. That's not even close. That's cool. I have very high trade interest on too. Oh wait, I'm doing this for the wrong pick. I am stupid. Hold on. I'm glad that didn't go through then. This is a little more than I would have liked to do, but we're gonna trade our third next year, our fourth and fifth this year for pick number 74. I hope this is worth it. I guess we'll see when we get there. We're pretty desperate for guard, though. Oh, this receiver, what? What is he? It says deep threat. He has 4.51 speed. How is he a deep threat? I mean, I guess. Okay, he is probably really good. I didn't trade up to get him, though, but I don't know. George Garrison is the player I traded up for. We're desperate for guard, and he looks pretty decent, so let's take him. Hidden dev, 87 strength, really good. 81 jumping for an offensive lineman. The corner we took had 82 jumping. That's crazy. Or no, it was 82. Never mind. It was 82 change of direction, and it was a safety. I'm stupid. Whatever. Ignore me. I've definitely seen corners and receivers with 82 jumping before, or worse, but Garrison looks good, and now our O-line should be looking better, I hope. We could even play him at tackle. I mean, he's 6'4", 2 whatever, or 3 whatever, I don't know. Anyways, I'll make 1 or 2 more picks, and we'll see how we did in the draft. I think we did all right. Okay, well, if this safety's an 81 overall, I'm curious what the other safety's overall is, because the other one looked way better, but KJ Traylor is an 81 overall, like I said. He looks great. 80 man coverage, 94 acceleration, like y'all saw. He looks amazing. Corey Moore's about what I thought he would be. Pretty much nobody from this draft is the overall I thought they would be. Only Corey Moore is. George Garrison is way worse than I expected. He's only a 72. His pass block power is terrible. That'll do it. And his awareness isn't very good. Didn't he have B awareness? It's a 67? Interesting. But I made both of these picks, and there is one that is way better than the other. James McDonald, one of the classic Madden blocking tight ends, late round blocking tight ends, 75 overall with hidden dev. He looks like an insane blocker at least, or really good. And now let me see, what was the overall of the other safety? Okay, never mind, we got the better of the two. Philip Knight's only an 80. I must have missed something. And he only has normal dev. Okay, well, I'm glad he got taken. He looks really similar. He's just faster and has worse pursuit, I guess. But I'm glad we got who we got. We got the second best player in the class at number 14, even though he's a safety. We'll still take it. So definitely a really good draft, and let's get into year number 2. Oh yeah, wait, it just clicked to me that we just straight up have the Jags backfield. Why did that just click to me? I feel like when I have caffeine in my system, or like too much, it just makes me dumber than shit. Like, I can't even use the excuse that I'm tired. I've had too much caffeine. I can't think. But the team's looking better than last year. It's also like barely different. We just have Garrison at guard instead of Whippler. Did we get any dev traits on offense? I'm trying to think. I don't think we did, which kind of sucks, but on defense, we're looking better here. Corey Moore hopefully is better than star, but he's going to have star. Traylor could have superstar. How close? Ooh, okay, he could have superstar. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it, but he's already up to almost an 83 overall after only 300 snaps, so we'll see. I guess 300's kind of a... Wait, that's an insane amount for the preseason. Why does he already have 300 snaps through 3 games? What? Is he playing 100 snaps a game in the preseason? I mean, even in a regular game, that's like an insane amount, but in the preseason? How? Something's broken there. I don't know. Also, Alex Highsmith went up to superstar, so we'll take that. That's pretty nice. Hopefully he can build on the year he had last year. But let's get to the midseason point, and we will see how we're doing once again. Probably worse than we were at the midseason, but hopefully we have a better second half of the year than last year. We'll see. You never know. Never mind. Whatever. Corey Moore has X Factor trailer. It seems fake how wrong I am with this game. It seems like I edit this shit. The game just loves to prove me wrong. I guess it happens in the draft too, and I can't like force the draft or like, I mean, I guess I could edit the players in the draft, but that would be a lot of effort for some reason. This game just loves to prove me wrong. I said for sure Corey Moore would have star dev, and I said I think Traylor has better than star. Other way around. But at the midseason, we are 4-3. Slightly worse than last year, but not by much. We're coming off of a 34-3 win against the Packers. Our defense isn't doing so hot this year. Again, I mean, in points per game, we're pretty good overall, but the yards on defense are a little rough. Might try a new defensive playbook. We'll get into that. Always fun game. Please, some other company buy the rights to an NFL game, please. I'm surprised we have a winning record. Normally, year 2 is like hard-coded to be terrible, for the team you're using at least. But we have some re-signings things to worry about here, and there are a decent amount of them again. Actually, more than last year, at least for starters. So Brandon Ayuk, Jahan Dotson, Keon White, Levi Wallace, Connor Williams, and Jaquan McMillan. I don't know if we're necessarily going to bring all of them back, but they're up for contracts either way. We'll start with Brandon Ayuk. I wish he was interested, but 6 years, 139 mil, he takes it. Jahan Dotson, yeah, we'll re-sign him. I kind of want a better number 2 receiver, but we'll re-sign him. 4 years, 41 mil. He doesn't take it. That's tough. Keon White, he isn't interested. Levi Wallace is almost 30. Connor Williams will re-sign. Normally he's terrible in this game, but hopefully he doesn't become terrible here. 3 years, 38 mil. That's a really good deal for us. He takes it. And Jaquan McMillan, we will go, wow, that is also very cheap, but very long. 6 years, 40 mil. He takes it. And that's all we'll worry about for now. I have no idea how we're going to finish this year. We'll probably once again go like 7-10 or 8-9, but hopefully the game proves me wrong. Hopefully we do better than that. I don't know. All right, well, if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. If you haven't already, again, 3,000 likes for another one of these if you're enjoying it, and subscribe for more. But this is how the team is looking at the end of year number 2. 85 overall across the board, looking really good. And in year number 2, we finished 11-6, and we made the playoffs. So we got better in the second half of the year somehow. Our defense was still kind of terrible, at least our pass D and just overall yards, but everything other than yards looked pretty good. So I have no idea what to think about our defense, I'm gonna be honest. If anything, our run D should probably be lacking, but overall doesn't matter, as we know on this channel. I guess we don't have the greatest corner group of all time or anything, but still. But let's check out our season stats. How did Trevor Lawrence do? Pretty well. 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks. What were his stats last year? Did I already check this year? Whoa. Almost the same amount of yards and the same passer rating, same completion percentage. Interesting. Almost the same amount of sacks taken too. That was confusing. Travis Etienne was terrible once again. 800 yards, only 3.5 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns, 12 for Jaylen Warren. I think I'm going to make the executive decision of starting Jaylen Warren for the rest of maybe the rest of the rebuild. If he's probably due for a contract, so we'll probably find a different running back, but at least for the playoffs here, I think we'll start him. Almost 1,400 yards for Brandon Ayuk, 14 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Hawkinson was good. Dobbs was all right. The blocking was pretty good other than Cam Fleming again. I mean, if we can get a good left tackle that actually plays well, we could be in business here. I mean, this line is overall doing pretty good. But Devin Lloyd led the team with 122 tackles. Tackles for loss, 13 for Browning. Good amount overall. And sacks, 8.5 for Corey Moore as a rookie. He was pretty damn good. 8 for Baron Browning, 6.5 for Alex Highsmith, 4 for Dalvin Tomlinson. I wish Highsmith got more, but whatever. And interceptions, 4 for Lloyd and Wallace, 3 for McMillan and Gonzalez, and then 1 for a couple players. So we definitely need a better running back and a better pass D, but I don't know how we're gonna get that. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes on the Falcons. Trevor Lawrence at number 6. That's pretty nice. Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Patrick Mahomes. Brandon Ayuk at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack at like 35 or 6 or whatever he is. Maybe he's not that old, but it feels like it. Devin Lloyd at number 9. We don't have any rookies on offense. Corey Moore at number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I thought we were going to get cucked and get number 2, but I guess it's a little worse than that even. But oh well. He already has X Factor. It doesn't matter. He would have got a couple upgrades, but oh well. But we are going to be losing this playoff game probably. We are going to be taking on the Carolina Panthers, who are very good in this game a lot of the time. It looks like they actually had a pretty bad offense though. So I don't know, but their defense was good. Definitely looks like we're the better team though. But we have a first of many scenario. We will go play it cool. Y'all know me. And let's simulate this game and we will see if we can somehow get a win. I doubt it. Okay, we do. You just gotta be pessimistic in this game. I don't know. We win 31-24. Oh yes, my favorite glitch. AJ Brown apparently had 3,500 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 6 picks. Well-made game. I mean, that's the least bad glitch I've seen in this game, to be honest. But we have a recap for the first of many. I said that really weird. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points, please and thank you. And we have some upgrades. Anything important? Oh yeah, Devin Lloyd and Corey Moore, 2 of our, I guess, best performing defensive players. But the higher overall will probably make them play worse. I don't know. Oh yeah, I need to start. Well, let me see. How did ETN do in our first playoff game? I mean, he was all right. Warren had a better yards per carry. Yeah, we'll go with Warren. He's just been better the whole rebuild. But let's see if we can take down the Buccaneers. And we unfortunately lose 38-31. That's tough. But hopefully there are some good free agents this year because we kind of need them at certain positions, especially running back, apparently. Maybe a receiver, definitely at least one offensive lineman. Probably a corner, although Levi Wallace has been really good, so I don't know, maybe not. We'll probably just try to re-sign him. He has a lot of picks over his career, low-key. But let's get into the offseason, and we will see if we can make this team even better, I hope. But in the Super Bowl, that's an interesting one. Has that happened before? Was that like an early 2000s Super Bowl? No, wait, I don't know. Still an interesting Super Bowl to see. Not exactly who I would have predicted, but let's see who we need to re-sign. And actually, I want to see if we got any dev-ups. We could have got one for Levi Wallace, maybe Devin Lloyd too. Ooh, okay, we got a couple on offense. Trevor Lawrence went up to X Factor, which is kind of crazy, and Brandon Ayuk went up to Superstar, so we'll take both of those for sure. And wow, we didn't get any on defense, really? Levi Wallace had 4 picks and he didn't go up to Superstar? That's insane. Same with Devin Lloyd. Or Devin Lloyd's the one who had 4 picks, right? Or the second one. Yeah, well, that's tough. It's probably 5 picks is the cutoff for Superstar Dev, which, whatever. I don't even know if there is a cutoff, but for re-signings, Jahan Dotson, did he reject us? I think he rejected us, right? Yeah. We'll go player friendly, which I think that's what we went. If he rejects, I don't care too much, honestly. Like, we can probably draft a receiver that's just as good, but 4 years, 48 mil, and he doesn't take it, that's fine. Keon White isn't interested. Levi Wallace, 2 years, 11 mil, which is really cheap, he takes it. And then I think that's all we're gonna do. It's just, again, a lot of depth players. But let's get into free agency, and hopefully there's some, you know, actual decent players this year that don't have a million offers, but I think we know what's gonna happen. Okay, well, there's some pretty good players here. Mostly running backs, which is, I guess, good, but there's nobody crazy. It looks like Javonte Williams is decent in this game. Better than what we've had. Ooh, David Montgomery looks like he might be better, maybe. I don't know how he would do on our team, but maybe decent. How about Khalil Herbert? Ooh, no, okay. How good players are and how good they are in this game are usually two different things. Well, we can't get David Montgomery. We'll try to get Javonte Williams, but I'll look through the rest of this and we will see who we can add. Of course, Jahan Dotson is the best receiver available, of course. Okay, well, these are the players we're gonna go for in free agency. It isn't like the most exciting thing ever because there really aren't any, like, you know, good players here. I mean, there are good players, but definitely not positions of need really either. But we're gonna go for Javonte Williams. He should be better than what we have at running back. Quincy Williams, so 2 Williams, I guess. Not that he's really a need, but still. And then Anton Harrison. Hopefully he's decent. Ideally, he wouldn't start, but we're kind of in a situation here. These goddamn trains going by. There have been like 3 in the 20 minutes that I've been trying to record today. But we'll see if we can get these 3. If we do, cool. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we'll get Quincy Williams, but I think we should get the other 2. We'll see. And it looks like all 3 of them do sign, and that's exactly what happens. We get Javonte Williams, we get Anton Harrison, no Quincy Williams. He goes to the Bills. That's fine. But now we kind of have an expendable player in Travis Etienne. I kind of want to trade him away. He's been terrible. He really has. Does anyone even need a running back at this point? Like, there are so many, like, pretty good running backs in the league that, oh, well, the Bills don't really have one. Quandre Webster, that's a hard name. Let's steal a 3rd-round pick from him. Thank you very much. But we still definitely need a defensive lineman, although I guess really only 2 would play a lot of the time. That's kind of just how it works in this game for some reason. And then we definitely need a receiver in the draft. Maybe an offensive lineman too, we'll see. But that's my 3rd priority. So let's get to the draft and we will see what we can do. But in the draft, we of course don't have a very good pick. We pick at number 26. And there were some good receivers early. I don't think there are going to be any left. I'm going to be honest. Maybe 1. No. Well, I didn't focus scout Michael McInnes because he looks terrible, but he has elite acceleration. But yeah, no. C awareness, C short route, D catch in traffic and release. Yeah, no, he doesn't look very good. Although he is a playmaker, so maybe. What do his playmaker abilities look like? The carrying isn't great. He might actually be decent, but I still don't like the awareness. So the best receiver we have scouted is Troy Barnett in the 3rd to 4th round. We'll take him round 2 probably. Oh, 4.37 speed and 20 bench reps at the combine. He's only listed with good speed, not great, but whatever. 4.37 isn't great apparently. Oh, this tight end. We definitely don't need tight end, but Junior Thompson looks ridiculous. Oh my god. He's not very strong, but maybe we play him at receiver. I don't know. Okay, well, our other big need is defensive line, and cool, the one guy I focus scouted there went early too. That probably means he was a really good player. I don't know. Unlucky. Frank Rushing looks good. It looks like he has no pass rush, but yeah, his name definitely shouldn't be rushing. I'm hilarious. Ooh, Gil Donald. Wait, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. I don't think he's worth taking yet because of the pursuit and tackle, but A awareness, A finesse moves, B power moves, B block shed, elite change of direction, agility, and acceleration, great speed, good jumping. He looks good. I don't know what to do here. Nobody in this range at a position of even relative need looks that good. Tyquan Tompkins looks good, but the man coverage is really going to hold his overall back. Rodney McElroy, he actually looks really good. We might go with him. We don't need a corner, but he looks good. Chad Lewis also looks good later, so we could also wait at corner. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is a prime position to trade down, but honestly, I don't feel like it. I want to stick and pick and probably reach on somebody. Okay, well, Rodney McElroy is the projected first player to go out of the ones I like. Elite speed, good acceleration, elite change of direction, good ratings overall, it looks like. I wish I knew what the awareness and play rec were, because those are two pretty important ones, but B-man, B-press, B-zone. I don't think he's going to be great, honestly, but I think he'll be good, and I'm hoping for a dev trait. I don't think he'll have one, but let's take him. I literally just need to say the player's not going to have a dev trait, and they immediately will. We'll take it. That's huge. And now let's see. I guess we'll go with the receiver here. Just kidding. Oh no, he's down here. Wait, he was that far down? Interesting. He's a playmaker, so probably not going to have a dev trait, but I guess you never know. But he's good value for this pick, even if he doesn't, so let's take him. And again, just got to be pessimistic, and they'll have a dev trait. Looks good. Is he a scheme fit? I can't remember what our receiver scheme is. I mean, he looks good either way. What is our receiver scheme? Yeah, it's playmaker, so that's huge. Ooh, hopefully this guy's available. I don't know. I don't know how bad I want him. He has a lot of elite traits, has A deep route, A spec catch, but he also has D to F awareness, F medium route, F catching. Yeah, I'm good. Maybe. Oh yeah, I'm also glad we traded for that third round pick because we didn't have one from the trade up last year. Ooh, Gil Donald is still available. I'll look at some of the others, but I think we're going to go with Gil Donald. Oh, maybe not. Kevin Clement, I don't know. 4.71 speed at defensive tackle. 4.64 at his pro day. How big is he? 305? And he ran a 4.71? Yeah, sounds good. 80 speed, 83 excel. Sure. 81 agility for a defensive tackle. That's insane. Yeah, we'll take that. But I feel okay about this draft. This isn't going to look the best on paper, but we did what we could. And I'll see y'all for the draft recap. Okay, we actually had a better draft than I expected. Rodney McElroy or McElroy, I don't know. He's a 78. I guess the speed just carries here. I don't know. Because honestly, other than the speed, his ratings aren't like ridiculous or anything, but the speed is very good. So that's kind of surprising. 78 with hidden, we'll take that. I thought he would be more like a 76. But no, I guess a 78 makes sense. That's about right. Barnett is a 76 overall, which we kind of knew. We knew what the range for his overall would be, so I was thinking 75 or 76. Pretty good route running for a playmaker receiver. Normally they have terrible route running, unless they're like a really high pick or something. 90 change of direction, 83 ball carrier vision, 83 spec catch. He looks good. Kevin Clement, 74 overall. He's good too. I kind of thought he would be a little bit better of an overall, but I'm always disappointed by defensive lineman overalls, so I don't know. He's 77 play rec as a rookie. That's crazy. 76 awareness. And then the last two picks I made, one of them was very good, and that is Trent Lockhart. He also has hidden dev. I don't know if we're going to start him, but we might. His man coverage sucks, which, you know, that's our scheme, so that's not exactly ideal, but his zone's good, good speed, good excel, terrible press too, but he looks good overall. Definitely really good value. I mean, he's probably a first to second round guy if Barnett is. And then Sims isn't great, and then I simulated the rest of the draft out. I took Sims because he had A finesse moves, but it was only a 74, so my fault, I guess. 69 speed though, nice. But let's get into year 3 and we will see how we're looking. I feel a lot better about the team now. We fucking tied in the preseason. Oh my god. 7-7 against the Colts. That's great. But here we are heading into year 3. We're looking better this year. We're the same overall at the end of last year, but I think we're better. We have, you know, a new receiver, a new left tackle, a new running back, and they should all hopefully be better than the players we had there before. I don't know how much better Barnett will be than Jahan Dotson, but hopefully he has a better dev trait than Star. That could be kind of huge. We'll see. Now that I say that, he's gonna have Star, but I don't know. And then the defense is looking pretty good. It's not too different, just, well, almost entirely a different corner group, at least for starters, with McElroy and Lockhart, and then a new defensive lineman in Clement. So better, I think, I hope. I don't know how we're gonna play this year. That's a different story, but I think the team on paper is better set up for the future. We'll say that, just in the fact that it's younger, with a lot of dev traits. So I'm really interested to see how we did this year. In real life, preseason isn't a great indicator indicator of how you're going to do in the regular season, obviously, but our defense, in Madden, it kind of is sometimes. Our defense was really bad, and our offense was just okay. So I don't know if I'm expecting big things this year. This might be a year 4 type of team, maybe even year 5, but let's get to the midseason, and we'll see how we do. Okay, well, note we are once again good at the midseason. We are 5-2. It looks like the Lions got Justin Jefferson. That's interesting. They're only 1-6 though, so that's tough. Have we won a game before the midseason in this whole rebuild? I feel like we've always been coming off of a loss. I don't know why. I feel like that's been the thing every year. We have one of the best offenses in the league though. First in terms of yards, second in points per game, and our defense is also number 6 for yards per game, 9 for points per game. I can't speak still. So this is going to be a catastrophic choke in the second half of the year. Can't wait. I mean, hopefully not, but we'll see. We have players to re-sign again, of course, and definitely some more important players here. It looks like the big one is Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he's not interested, so great. But the good thing about these fantasy drafts is we at least have a lot of cap space for at least the beginning of the rebuild. But 6 years, this is honestly pretty cheap. 6 years, 137 mil, and he does not take it. Devin Lloyd, 5 years, 75 mil, he takes it. Jalen Warren, we're probably good. Romeo Dobbs, we'll see. We could again just draft another receiver, I don't know. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do at the midseason, so let's get to the end of the year. We'll probably finish somewhere around like 11-6, 10-7 again. I say that and we're gonna finish 7-10, I don't know. Hopefully not. But let's get to the end of the year and we will just see, we'll have to see what happens. I don't know. I want to be more, optimistic and just positive when we're, 5-2 with one of the best offenses and defenses in the league, but I know how this game works sometimes, so we'll see. Okay, I don't know if this is a new thing in Madden. We are 3 for 3 on the class weaknesses being interior offensive line. All 3 seasons. All 3 positions. Why is that? At least I think it was last year. It was definitely the first year. It wasn't my focus position last year, so I wasn't thinking about it, but it probably was. Why is that a thing? We need interior offensive line. What the hell? Or well, we don't really need it, but we need a tackle, and I don't like drafting tackles because they're always bad past the first round, so I don't know. Okay, yep, that was a pretty good prediction. We finish 7-10, or no, not 7-10, thankfully. We finished 10-7, and yeah, our defense has shown good flashes, but it has never finished as a good defense. I think we're gonna try a new defensive playbook. Are we running oh no, we're running a 3-4. We're doing it right. Okay, I was like, wait, am I doing something wrong here? Clement also has X Factor. All right, we'll take that, but I don't even know what good playbooks are. A lot of people have been saying the Falcons. When I've used the Falcons playbook, it has been atrocious, but we'll try it. I appreciate the input from y'all. I just can never seem to get a good playbook because I don't know. Maybe I'm like, let me see. Yeah, I mean, this should be right. Mostly just looks like a base 3-4. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't used it in a while, the Falcons defensive playbook, so maybe it'll work better now. My headphones are like falling off my head. I'm sorry if you can hear me like adjusting them. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Also, the Bears, the Bears have an 82 overall team to our 88, and they finished 11-6 while we finished 10-7. That's cool. Thanks, Madden. Thanks, EA. Trevor Lawrence definitely wasn't the problem. Again, very similar year to last year. More yards this year, 4,600 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks. Nice completion percentage. Javonte Williams was better, 1,000 yards, or well, he was better than what we had last year. 4.3 per carry, 16 touchdowns, 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns for Brandon Ayuk, and possibly more importantly, Troy Barnett, 1,200, almost 1,300 yards and 6 touchdowns as a rookie. I think I saw that he only had star dev, yeah, but maybe superstar by the end of the season. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. Even Dobbs almost 1,000 yards. Pretty good receiving trio here. The blocking was phenomenal. Love to see that. That's very rare for this game, even with good overall offensive lines, and this definitely isn't the best overall line I've ever had. It's probably like a 78, 79 or something. I don't know. But on defense, 106 tackles for Devin Lloyd led the team, or 15 tackles for loss for Corey Moore led the team, 12 for Browning, 11 for Clement, 10 for Highsmith, and sacks 8 for Kevin Clement led the team as a rookie. Very similar to Moore as a rookie, but Moore and Browning had 7.5 sacks, 5.5 for Highsmith, and interceptions, 3 for McElroy, 2 for Lloyd, Traylor, and Gonzalez, and that's it. So yeah, not that much pressure. I mean, how many total sacks is that? We had 36. It actually wasn't that low. It was actually a pretty decent amount, but I don't know. We allowed a decent amount of yards, a decent amount of points, so I think it's time to try a new defensive playbook. How about picks? Where did we rank? About mid, a tiny worse than mid, tiny bit worse than mid. Yeah, with one of the highest overall defenses, we'll try a new playbook, but CJ Stroud wins MVP for the Bengals. Tua at 2 for the Cowboys. Lawrence at number 5. He's slowly climbing up up in the ranks. Mac Jones on the Dolphins. Oh, that's fun. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Puka Nacua on the 49ers. Trevor Lawrence at number 10. Brandon Ayuk at number 8. I almost missed him. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Hassan Reddick. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Troy Barnett. We'll take that. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rodney McElroy. That's surprising. We'll take it. Clement at number 5. So we get Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. This is the rare rebuild where we aren't getting cucked by division rivals winning every single award, so we'll take it. But unfortunately, we're probably going to lose this playoff game and get into the offseason. We have some upgrades, though. Anything major? Jack Conklin, that's pretty important. Honestly, I kind of regret focus scouting offensive line because we don't really need it anymore. I didn't know that we wouldn't have needed it because that's like probably our worst position group, but still, I wish we did like receiver or linebacker or something, but oh well. But let's simulate this game out and lose to the Bears. Oh, okay, we don't lose. Okay, maybe the Falcons' defensive playbook is a lot better because we only allowed 3 points. Now, the Bears had one of the worst offenses in the league, it looked like, which was fair because they only had a 79 overall offense, but only allowing 3 points is pretty good. Patrick Mahomes apparently with 80 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 22 sacks. That's great. But now we are going to be taking on the team whose defensive playbook we stole, and maybe it is good because they had a pretty good defense with only an 81 overall, so I don't know. It looks like it was about top 10 overall. Well, I don't know. Somewhere in that range, though. But let's sim it out, and we will see what happens. And we do win 27-21. That's kind of surprising. A.J. Brown also with 80 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 22 sacks. What can't he do? We already know he's a great receiver. He was apparently a great quarterback last year, and he's a great edge rusher this year. I mean, he's just the best player ever. What can I say? This game sucks. It's so bad. It's so bad. But we get a couple upgrades. Corey Moore, Troy Barnett. We'll take it. Have I been calling him Tory Barnett? I don't know what I've been calling him. Whatever. That's close enough. Just switch 2 letters, and that's what you got. Are the Buccaneers the team who took us out last year, or did we beat them last year? I can't remember. Can we check playoff brackets from last year? No, we can't. I hear the 4th train of the day coming. That's great. I'm gonna need to stop the recording for a second, but let's simulate this game against the Buccaneers, and we will see if we can get a win. Okay, well, we unfortunately lose 17-14, and the Buccaneers are in back-to-back Super Bowls. So yeah, they did beat us last year. If they were in the Super Bowl, that means they beat us. But let's see who wins this one. It is the Buccaneers 38-27, or 28-27. So they lost last year, and they get one this year. So I guess maybe they're gonna become the new dynasty here. I don't know. They're slowly trending that direction. It looks like Jonathan Taylor was the Super Bowl MVP. I'm surprised it wasn't A.J. Brown, who apparently had 22 sacks in the regular season. So did Patrick Mahomes, apparently. But a couple big upgrades here. Rodney McElroy, hopefully superstar dev. Got a 2 overall upgrade from the slot upgrade, and he does get superstar. That's huge because we haven't really had a great corner outside of Christian Gonzalez. And then Troy Barnett, I wish he got more than 1 upgrade, but he does also get superstar dev. So this team is looking great now. Brandon Ayuk also got X Factor. No dev ups on defense, I don't think, other than, of course, McElroy. But now let's get into what is possibly the final offseason of this rebuild. And hopefully there are finally some actual good free agents this year. We'll see. You never know. My guess is no, but hopefully. But we still need to re-sign Minkah Fitzpatrick. Don't forget about that. And he still isn't interested. I was hoping he would become interested because we, made the playoffs, but no. So we'll bump it a little bit, but we're probably going to have to tag him, is my guess. No, he takes it. Okay, cool. Romeo Doubs played well, but no dev trait, and he's only a 79 overall. Like, we might re-sign him in free agency, but we'll see. And everyone else, I think we're good because it's just a bunch of depth, pretty much. So let's get into free agency. And again, hopefully there are some good players, but I doubt it. Yeah, not really. I mean, Zadarius Smith is good. Like, he would probably play well, but he's old. He's 33. Yeah, he's put up good numbers. It's just, I don't know. Do we want to pay him $20 million a year? I mean, we could. We don't really have any other need for money. Ooh, we could maybe get Drake London. I don't think we will because he has 16 offers and he's not interested, but maybe. Might as well try. Yeah, maybe. But these are the players we're going to go for. Some pretty good ones here, honestly. Zadarius Smith is the highest overall player we're going to go for. I don't know if we're going to get him because the Texans are also very interested, or he's interested in their offer, I guess. NOTIFS. We'll see if we can get him. I guess same deal for Drake London. I don't think we would get him. I even upped the offer I originally gave him. I did very player friendly and then more money. It's only like 22 mil per year or something, so it's nothing insane for a good receiver at this point in the future. But that would be a pretty big addition. Asante Samuel, corner definitely isn't the biggest need for us in the world, but we might as well. He's an overall upgrade. And then Grady Jarrett to be our defensive tackle. I feel like I always try to get him and we never actually get him, but we'll try again. There's a world where we only get Asante Samuel Jr. here. I mean, there's honestly a world where we don't get any of these players. Hopefully that doesn't happen. My guess is we'll get 2. We might only get Asante Samuel Jr., honestly. I think there's no way we get all 4, but I don't know. Does the order matter? Because we're number 1 for these 3, and then we're number 2 for Grady Jarrett. I don't know if the order matters. I've seen it change. Like, when I was looking over here, yeah, see, the Texans have the lead when we go over here, so it must not matter. I don't know. It's probably just random. But let's see if we can sign these players. They all sign. No way. No way. I love this game. We didn't get a single one of them. With very high player interest on, might I add. So it should just straight up go like, what is the best offer? Because it already takes everything into account. There shouldn't be any randomness. But there is for some reason, so that's cool. This game fucking sucks so bad. Oh my god. All right, well, is there anyone we can sign? Romeo Dobbs, I'm good. We'll draft a receiver. Well, that's disappointing. We could maybe go for Brandon Sheriff. I don't know what I just did. I mean, Spencer Bierford's been good, but that would be an overall upgrade. It looks like Sheriff has been good too. If he'll probably reject us too. I want to spend this money on something. It's just, you know, oh, there's no way in hell we're getting him. How about Caleb McGarry and play him at guard? It's kind of weird, but oh yeah, he's 6'6", 306. I don't know about that. Okay, well, unlucky. What can I say? Harrison Phillips, he'll probably reject us too. We don't even really need him though, to be fair. I don't know. We might as well try. He'll reject us anyways. Yeah. All right, let's get to the draft. I'm sick of this game. Like, we literally had the lead for Asante Samuel Jr. with the very high player interest on, and I love this game. But after an unlucky free agency, we, of course, have a bad draft pick because we went to the conference championship and lost. We pick at number 29, and other than receiver, which we'll get to in a second, other than receiver, I don't know what we need to draft. I mean, Spencer Bierford, he isn't a great overall, but he plays really well, so I don't know. And then maybe a defensive tackle if there's like a really good one, maybe a corner again if there's a really good one, maybe a linebacker. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with this pick. Maybe we should trade it for a player. That could be a strat if there isn't anyone that looks good. Jay Mabry looks good. His speed isn't the best, but elite strength, elite jumping. His awareness isn't very good. I don't know if he's great, but he looks good. He might be the best receiver available, which is kind of depressing. Oh yeah, what we were gonna get to is this receiver class doesn't look very good. That's what I meant when I said we'll get to that in a second. It's not a very good receiver class, at least from what I can see. Roman McDougal might be okay. I don't know. This is a tough rebuild, man. Ooh, 4.62 speed. That's great. That's only decent. 4.62 speed is decent. What are their metrics? So is marginal worse or better than decent? I can never remember. I think that's worse, right? I don't know. You're telling me 4.37 speed is only like a 2-ish tier difference than 4.62? Because that one receiver we were looking at only had good speed, and then there's solid in between those, and then it goes to decent. Like, that's insane. That's great. I love that. Ooh, Julius Holloway looks pretty damn good. His route running is terrible though. But he's 6'3", 220 with 4.41 speed, but that's only good speed indeed. Okay, so he's not actually fast, despite what this says. Cool. I mean, that's good speed, but he only had decent acceleration, so I don't know. I think we're gonna trade this pick away. Oh, well, that's tough. I thought that would go through. That's not even close. Really, Stephon Diggs would be 2 first-round picks at now 33 years old after he already didn't have, like, the best year in real life. I mean, he was good this year, but keep in mind, I have very high trade interest on, like, or very easy, is that what it's called? I don't know. That's something, man. So I don't know if we can trade for a receiver. Even Chris Olave with only star dev? Bruh. This game shaves years off my life. All right, well, I guess we're spending this pick. I already know this is not gonna be a very good pick, but, well, let's see if there's a corner first. There's some good ones. What's Canty's speed? Pretty good. What the fuck, dude? 4.42 is elite speed? Great acceleration? What? I've legitimately seen like 4.32. I guess it was a receiver, but corners are just as fast in this game, so I don't know. But I've seen a receiver with like 4.32 speed that had like good speed, solid acceleration or something. Like, what? What is it? What are we doing? Go back to the old old drafting situation, whatever. Like how drafting used to be in this game. Because this is something else, man. I mean, I know it's been around for a while now, but still. I don't know. Should we go with Jay Mabry? He's kind of slow, but he has good ratings. He's a really good route runner, or at least a good route runner, which is kind of weird because he only has solid change of direction. I don't know. We'll take him. Sure. Normal dev. That's awesome. This game is going to put me into a coma. Oh, and I think that was the center I wanted. This game is pranking me at this point. Yeah, that was the center. He was a first round talent. That's fun. I think we'll go with Tramon Harvin here, though. He's not a scheme fit, but he looks good, at least. Elite strength. I don't think he's as good as the center that we could have taken, obviously, but he looks good. Yeah, sure, we'll take him. Hidden dev, 93 strength. Cool. These coverage linebackers with good tackling are always pretty interesting, especially when they have really good speed like these two. Lonnie Birch looks kinda crazy. Only solid strength, but elite speed, agility, and acceleration. Great jumping and change of direction. Jalen Leslie looks really similar too. Let's go with Lonnie Birch though. Who's younger? Leslie by 2 years. We might end up going with both because, I mean, why not at this point? Let's go with Birch. Normal dev, that's cool. And the other one's gone. I'm sure he was a superstar X Factor. That's cool. All right, well, I'll take Tyler Harden as the last pick. He looks interesting. Terrible tackling, but everything else looks at least all right. He has insane speed, so sure. Another normal dev. That's cool. Put me out of my misery. All right, yeah, that definitely wasn't a great draft. I think we're gonna try to trade for a receiver again. We're gonna lower our expectations, I guess. Jay Mabry, if he would have had a dev trait, this would have been a pretty good pick, but the no dev trait, he's just not gonna develop throughout the year. He's gonna go up to like a 77, maybe. I don't know. I guess that wouldn't be the worst, but that's not great. Tramon Harvin's decent. 74 with hidden, obviously just not a scheme fit. I mean, he isn't as far off as I thought he would be. He's only a 68 agile, but still not great. Lonnie Birch, again, if he had a dev trait, that would have been a pretty good pick, but no dev trait. He's a 75 at middle linebacker. He goes up, so that's kind of cool. Tyler Harden, again, if he had a dev trait, would have been great. No dev trait. I guess he wouldn't have gotten playing time anyways, but I want to see. What were the other players I could have taken? What were their overalls? Oh, that's about right. Bonham would have been a 77. That's the guy I wanted, and he went one pick before us, which happens an insane amount to me. And then what about the other linebacker? It wasn't Stevenson. Was it Luckett? No, he's a speed rusher. Ooh, Holiday's good. I didn't even see him. Leslie, he's a 73 with also normal. So, I mean, that probably would have been a better pick because he's a year young or 2 years younger, but oh well. That was definitely a draft. Let's get into year 4. Oh yeah, this was also a very, very, very bad receiver class. We got the best receiver. I mean, there was one other 75 who probably had hidden dev. No, normal dev. Okay, yeah, we got the best receiver. He just happens to be terrible, so that's... All right, definitely an overpay here, but we're gonna trade our first and second round picks for the upcoming season, which we might not use anyways. There is a good chance we would use them if we like massively underperform this year, but honestly, we've built a really good roster. There isn't much more I can do to this team at this point other than just wait for it to develop. So we're gonna say fuck them picks like the Rams, which won them a Super Bowl, so maybe this is a good strat. I don't know. But yeah, we're trading those picks for Zach Watkins, who has superstar dev, is only 24 years old, very much not a scheme fit, but looks good. But this is the team heading into what is possibly the final year of the rebuild. I mean, we have Trevor Lawrence up to a 94 with X Factor. Ayuk obviously also has X Factor. Good overall receiving core now. The defense is also good. 89 offense, 88 defense. I mean, our corner group is good. I want to start Lockhart as the number 3 corner. The D-line isn't the best overall, but you know, we have 2 X Factors, so hopefully it should be better by the end of the year. This team is really interesting. That's what I'll say about it. It is definitely interesting. I'm undecided if it's good or not, but it is interesting. No, it's definitely good. Like, let's see where... should we just wait until the end of the year to compare overalls? No, we'll check now. Where does an 88 rank in terms of the rest of the league? The Patriots have an 87, and that's it. So we are the best roster in the league. We should be good, right? I mean, there are 82, 81 overall teams. We should be good this year, but you never know. So let's get straight to the end of the year, and we will see how we finish this rebuild off. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 4, and, you know, y'all know why we're here. Again, 3,000 likes. I would appreciate it. Like the video right now, and subscribe too. And let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, because I need some ideas. I want some interesting stuff. I get a lot of good ideas, but then I'm like, how would I make a title for that? Like, there are some cool ideas that y'all have, and I'm just not 100% sure how I would present that, but these goddamn trains. But yeah, there are some good ideas ideas that y'all have given that I'm trying to think of good ways to put into a video. So let me know any fun ideas y'all would want to see. But anyways, oh shit, I forgot to ask a question of the day. You know what? Very late in the video, question of the day, but what's a good one? I want to ask a non-football related one just to spice things up a little bit, but I can't think of a good one. You know what? Here's an interesting one. What is your favorite sport other than football? Or maybe football isn't even your favorite sport. I don't know. Let me know that down in the comments. I would say maybe I like basketball. I don't really watch many other sports other than football. I'm more so just like college basketball too, like March Madness. I know that's a basic answer. That's what probably a lot of people say, but probably that. I mean, I liked NASCAR when I was like 8. I think I just more so liked cars. I don't think I've ever watched a full NASCAR race before. So yeah, probably basketball. I don't know. That's maybe an interesting question of the day. What is your favorite sport other than football? But anyways, enough yapping. In year number 4, we finished with the 91 overall team, 13-4. Okay, we were 6-1 at the midseason, so I was like, okay, we're doing really well. And then I checked our stats, and we had still one of the worst pass Ds in the league. Thankfully, it got better, but it was like number 27 or something, 26, I can't remember. So I was like, okay, we might choke this bad. We might finish like 10-7 again. But no, we did finish, what, 7-3? So we'll take that. Could have been much worse. Trevor Lawrence had, it looks like, his best year so far. 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 5 picks. So he was a good first round pick. I can't complain anymore. Still only 26 here. That's crazy. I always forget how young he still is. I was a very much non-believer of him heading into the year, but after the season, I feel like he's overhated. There are a lot of people that think he straight up sucks because of his stats. Big shocker. Heading into the year, I thought he was a little overrated, but now that has changed. He was really good though. Javonte Williams, 1,200 yards, 4.6 per carry, 11 touchdowns. He was really good. 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns for Ayuk, 1,150 yards and 3 touchdowns for Watkins, almost 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns for Barnett. He was good. TJ Hawkinson was all right. He hasn't really done much in this rebuild though. He's just been fine every year. Ooh, Jack Conklin was kind of terrible, but the rest of the line held up well. Oh, okay, on defense, I see something. Devin Lloyd had 113 tackles for loss, 14 for Highsmith, and Moore led the team, and sacks, 17.5 for Baron Browning, 13.5 for Alex Highsmith, 7.5 for Clement. Maybe we should try the Falcons playbook more. Interceptions, 4 for Gonzalez, 2 for Birch and McElroy, 1 for Fitzpatrick and McMillan. I don't know though, because our defense as a whole wasn't that great. I don't know. It was number 6 for yards, number 10 for points per game, so it was pretty good, but I don't know. We might try it again. We'll see. I mean, we have a 91 overall defense, so we should be the best defense in the league, but that never happens. Definitely a good season though. I can't complain too much. But let's check out yearly awards. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson on the Colts. Ooh, Mike Firth for the Browns up there. They got a new QB. That's interesting. It's kind of rare to see rookies up here sometimes. Sometimes you see them, but not too much. Trevor Lawrence at number 6. Brock Purdy on the Bills. That's something. The Browns are apparently the Jets. That's also interesting. But Offensive Player of the Year, I'm checking AFC. Why am I checking AFC? NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor. Ayuk at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Baron Browning at number 2. So we do get cucked for one award, but it doesn't really matter. We wouldn't get the rewards for that award anyways. Highsmith at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Cliff Baber for the Panthers, who I think was a player that went 1 pick before us in the draft also. So that's fun. And oh my God, I smacked my mic. That hurt. Sean Bruce, we get double cucked by division rivals this year. Sean Bruce for the Packers wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Lonnie Birch at number 2, of course. Oh well, it doesn't matter. This is the year where it doesn't matter, so I'm fine with it. If it was gonna happen, I'm fine with it being this year. But we are gonna be taking on the 11-6, only 86 overall Carolina Panthers. Surely this will go well. Their defense was actually pretty bad, so we should win this game, but I don't know. We have some upgrades though. Oh, it's just Drake Thomas, huge, or like 4th linebacker. As y'all know, if you've seen these rebuilds before, the Carolina Panthers are kind of scary sometimes, so this very well could be the last game of the rebuild. If it is, this has been an interesting one. We've built a insane roster, but let's see what happens. Okay, we do win 31-24 over the Carolina Panthers, thankfully. And now we're going to be taking on an even worse team with one of the best offenses in the league. Okay, I'm going to use something that didn't get mentioned when I asked for some of the best playbooks in the game is the Washington Commanders. I actually feel that they might be the borderline best playbook in the game. I don't know, their yards weren't great actually, it looks like. Well, I don't know what the ranking goes off of, because I thought it was just straight up yards, but I guess not, because it looks like they had way more yards than 12th, being 7th and 5th. I don't know. But it seems like even if they have a bad offensive roster, they do really really well. I mean, they were the second best scoring offense here, so I don't know. I might try them sometime, and it seems like they usually end up with a quarterback that wins Rookie of the Year and becomes amazing, and I don't know if that's just them getting lucky or if their offensive playbook is just so good that that happens a lot. I don't know. Anyways, I'm yapping again. I'm sorry. Let's simulate this game out. Possibly lose. It's been a good run, and yeah, we lose to a team that is 6 overall worse than us while we are at home. I love this game. I don't know. We built a really good team. I did all I could. I feel like despite the last year's draft, overall the drafting was pretty good. I mean, a couple X-Factor D linemen, pretty good corner picks, good O-line picks when we actually made them, a good receiver too. Like, this was definitely a pretty good rebuild, just unlucky. Big shocker there. But hey, either way, this is a really good team on paper. Literally the best team in the league. So hey, I think my job's complete here. But if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, there are more CPU picked fantasy drafts. It'll probably show up on the end screen of this video, but again, be sure to like the video. Again, I've plugged this like 5 times. I'm sorry. 3,000 likes for another one of these. Trying to hit 40K within the next week, so be sure to subscribe. I guess 5 days at this point. We're very close. It'll make you an OG of the channel if you care about that. Let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, but thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.